Hello everyone, welcome to Teacherzone. Today we're going to cover how to log in to the student's account to view the schedule and also previous payments. So once you've reached teacherzone.com, go ahead to click on the login button and use the username and password provided to you in your email account. So once you've signed up, you should have received an auto email from us which has the username and password. Now, as a test, we will just use a sample student's account to show you how it works. And usually all of the letters are in lowercase. So you click login. And once you reach the inside of the account, you will see the main screen here. But what you want to do is to click on the scheduling weekly schedule. And once you reach the calendar, you can use the blue buttons here to go forward or backwards, depending on when the first day that you've signed up for is. So for example, this test sample student has signed up as of May 5th. We click forward to see the date range, which will be up here. And then once you've reached your first day, which is in this case, for example, May 5th, if you scroll down, you will see at the correct time the teacher's name, which would appear here, and the time of the lesson, in this case, is 3:30 to 4. And then on the top right corner, there is a fraction number, and we will zoom in so you can see better here. It says 1 out of 4. This is basically a count for the monthly package out of 4 lessons, and it shows that it is the first lesson out of the 4 pack. And if we were to go to the next following weeks, we can see the count change to, for example, going to next week, we can see that it changes to 2 out of 4. And the next week would be 3 out of 4. And if you bring your mouse on the lesson, you can notice that it will tell you which room the lesson is in this case, room 8, and also what the lesson is. So it's, in this case, piano lesson. And this way, it will show, as you go forward, it will show how many lessons are in each pack, and also when you can expect your next monthly charge. If you had given us 2 weeks notice, and we have removed a lesson for your vacation or what have you, then you will see that there will be no lesson in that date on the calendar, which means that we have removed it and your credit has moved forward. And also, if we have removed it, then you can see that the count here will also be deferred automatically to the next existing lesson. Now, the next thing that we like to show you is how to check your previous payments. On the right sidebar, if we click on reporting, and then we click on payments, it will show us the history of the charges. So I will zoom out so we can see more of the overview. So it has a start date range. So for example, if you happen to be already coming for a few months, you can click here to go back a few months to start from the time that you have started. And then there's an end date. The future end date, you don't need to worry about it because it will always be by the end of the current month that you are logging in. And then we want to keep the payment time to history, so you don't need to touch anything unless you like to go back further in the date, so you change the start date. In this case, our student sample had registered just recently. So for example, if you are just starting up with us, you will see 2 charges. One will be the annual registration fee for $60, and then your monthly package. In this case, it's a monthly recurring pack of 4 times 30-minute private lessons for example, $176, and the check mark shows that the payment has gone through. So, and the date that has been charged will be under paid date, so you can see that here. And other things that you can do if you ever need to or wish to change your username, you can click on the student's name in the blue, and you can go ahead to change the username here, and then you can save it. And from here, if you needed to ever update your credit card, you can click on payment/billing info under payment and billing. And normally there would be a credit card here that we have already entered from what you have provided to us. You have to delete that one first and then click on add new payment and choose credit card and fill out your information and click add. That way we can have your new credit card. Even if your card's expiry date is the only thing that's changed, you still need to delete the old card and enter your card as if it was a completely new one. Other useful features of this site is that it has a practice timer on this corner here where you can have the student track themselves, or you can help them by tracking them for how much they practice in a week. You can use this whether in the app in your phone or using the website. So every time the student sits down to practice, you can press the play button, and then whenever they stop, you can press the play button again or the pause button, and the teacher actually gets to see how much the student has been practicing during the week. So that gives them a useful tool to see what is happening at home. Also, should you need to message us or the teacher, you can use the messaging system here. You can use Music Gallery if you need to reach the staff, and you can type your message here and click send. Or if you needed to message your teacher, you can click on the teacher's name, type your message, and click send. And closing would be here. Anytime you need to log out, next to the student's name, basically once you bring your mouse, there will be an exit button and you can sign out from there. And it says, are you sure to sign out? You click yes, and that is it.